There's a raw, burning truth everyone around you fears to say out loud. Angel investing isn't just a part of the game. They're playing a whole different game. One where the rules, as you've known them, don't apply, where the stakes are higher, and the outcomes can redefine not just wealth, but legacies and the course of entire lives. But more than that, it's a game that demands more than money. It demands courage, vision, and a refusal to be chained by the world's cheap stories about success and failure. Here's the brutal truth, and it cuts deep. Many angel investors feel trapped in a cycle. They throw money at startups, hoping for miracle returns, while the noise of 1,000 hot tips and guaranteed wins drowns out any real signal. They're exhausted, frustrated, and wondering why their impact feels stuck. Their deals feel superficial, and their passion sounds like an echo from a fading past. That pain, it's real. It comes from chasing velocity over value, from playing to the crowd instead of leading it, from aligning with what's easy rather than what's extraordinary. Most investors never admit it, but the problem isn't the startups or the market, it's the game itself. They invite themselves into a system designed to reward followers, not leaders. A system that celebrates safety nets instead of edge warriors, that whispers, stick to the rules or you'll lose. And so the faithful play along, yet deep down, they feel out of place, waiting for a chance to break free, to inject real meaning and freedom into a world that's too often suffocating under the weight of conformity. So what if the whole system is rigged against those who actually dare? What if the path to real impact means stepping entirely out of the playground where the rest are scrambling? It's terrifying, sure. It's lonely. It means letting go of the familiar and embracing uncertainty with arms wide open. But it's also the only way to win a game worth playing. Because angel investing isn't about following market trends or fattening one's portfolio quietly. It's about being the spark, the force that ignites revolutions, shifts industries, and births unforeseen futures. To those battling this pain every day, feeling like investments are a gamble in a rigged casino where the house always wins, the solution isn't to try harder or more blindly. It's to fundamentally rethink what it means to invest. Real power comes when investing is not just a transaction, but a transformation. When money becomes a tool of liberation, not a leash of obligation. When the purpose driving the deal is not just quick return, but genuine revolution. Here's what that looks like. Invest with sovereignty. Don't show up to make noise or win applause. Show up to carve your own path. Question everything, especially the rules sold as gospel. Is rushing a deal to beat others really progression or just acceleration towards mediocrity? Is the flashy, hot startup really the next big thing or just another echo of the same tired narratives? Don't settle for consensus. Seek the edges, the outliers, the wildfires in the grass, the founders whose visions unsettle the status quo because they are destined to change everything. The toughest part? You're not going to be popular. You won't be understood by the masses wrapped in comfort. But remember, the crowd is not your kingdom, and popularity is not your legacy. Align instead with a tribe of the rare, those few who refuse to be caged by mediocrity, who wear patience like armor, and who know that the long game is the only game worth playing. These are the ones who see the real value, not in quick flips, but in deliberate nurturing, in slow, steady building of something that lasts far beyond the immediate quarter. Your will is your weapon. Not the power of money alone, but the power of intention, clarity, and relentless focus. When you invest not for applause, but for transformation, you move from the shadows and into the light of true influence. Your resources become fire starters for a future that challenges every tired script handed down by complacency. This is more than capital. It's the birth of new realities. How do you start? Begin by unlearning what you think investing should be. Drop every preconceived notion about safe bets, shiny pitches, and instant valuations. Instead, listen deeply to founders who burn with purpose, with a fire too wild to tame. Ask hard questions, not just about business models, but about how their vision bends or breaks the old world. Invest in character, in grit, in those who are done with waiting and are ready to burn bright no matter the cost. This calls for ruthless selectivity, not just funding everything that looks good, but saying no boldly and often to protect your fire and your focus. It's about preserving your energy for battles worth fighting. Because every dollar spread thin is a dollar without impact. How many times have investors drowned in their portfolios, chasing quantity over quality, becoming bystanders instead of leaders? Remember, the shortest route to meaningful influence is through those few who burn as fiercely as you do. Patience will be your closest ally. The world rushes and dogs the patient with impatience. But true transformation is a slow burn. It's the quiet power growing beneath the surface, roots digging deep while others chase fleeting trends. Eternity favors those who refuse distraction, who can see beyond immediate gains, who build for the generations coming after. Hold your nerve. Your time is now, but only if you play the long game. Here's the undeniable secret. Investing is not a numbers game. It's a becoming game. The best returns don't come from financial algorithms. They come from becoming the person who shapes what's next in the world. When investing shifts from a chore into a mission, every deal is a statement against the boring, the obedient, the easily forgotten. It becomes an act of rebellion. That's why the world keeps misunderstanding great angel investors. They don't just buy shares, they buy futures. They don't just support startups, they birth movements. They don't just invest, they liberate. Liberation isn't an easy path because freedom is not comfortable. It shakes foundations, burns bridges, demands difficult choices. But those who seek it find something priceless, a life truly theirs, built from their own fire, not borrowed from the rules others wrote to keep everyone else in line. So, for those who feel that quiet tension inside, the restless energy tempting a break from the cage, the voice insisting you're meant for more, hear this. The game you've been playing can end now. You don't have to play by the old handbook. You don't have to wait for permission or sit in the sidelines until others decide your fate. This moment is an invitation to leap, to become, to revolutionize not just your portfolio, but your whole being. Own your sovereignty. Question the easy answers. Invest with the rare ones who burn like you and walk the edges most fear. Be patient enough to see the forest behind the trees. And above all, transform yourself first, because the world won't change unless you do. This isn't just about money. It's about breaking free from the cages called investing and starting to build a new reality, the one where freedom, power, and impact belong to those bold enough to seize them. So, are you ready to stop playing their game? To become the fire starter, the edge dweller, the rare soul who refuses to settle? Because that's the secret angel investors hide. The only way to win is to stop playing by the rules anyone else wrote. It's time to play a different game entirely.